Yo, Adidas is going hard for All-Star here in LA, and I have a preview of some of the things you'll be able to grab. This is gonna be good. Welcome to Today in Sneaks. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and let's start with one of the shoes that really helped spur the last big movement in sneakers, the Nike Air Foamposite 1. Now, for those of you that have been around for a while, you may remember that back in 2012, the Galaxy Foamposite shut down All-Star Weekend. I mean, stores had to literally close their doors because so many people were trying to cop. Now, I'm not saying that this pair is going to get that sort of response, but the upper on these look just as clean as the Galaxy pair, in my opinion. This pair was created to celebrate the Chinese New Year and is reportedly releasing as part of the Nike Lunar New Year collection. Official pricing and release info hasn't been confirmed quite yet, but I'm thinking these will be in the $230 range and will be dropping in the earlier part of February. Stay tuned, and as always, I'll update you as soon as I find out more, either here or over on Twitter. All right, Adidas has done a ton of different things with the EQT line in the last few years, from updating it to a more modern look, to adding boost, to even throwing in some prime knit on the upper to make it softer. For the latest updates to the model, Adidas introduces the EQT Support ADV Mid, inspired by the original running models from the 90s. This Adidas Originals model is a lifestyle take on the previous, performance model. As you can see, they've added prime knit to the upper, some premium leather nubuck as well, and then they flipped it into a mid-cut design. Oddly enough, I kind of feel like mid-cut sneakers are making a bit of a comeback now. I think people are kind of rebelling against the constant flow of runners, and they're looking for something a little bit different. Well, with this model, you can see Adidas went with a very aggressive stance from the toe down, which I think looks really nice. Look for these to arrive at Adidas retailers on February 8th. All right, they may not be the top 3 gold Air Jordan 1s that dropped last year at ComplexCon, but I don't think that is going to stop people from trying to get their hands on a pair. Scheduled to drop over All-Star Weekend here in LA, the gold toe Air Jordan 1, or is it bold toe? I don't know. Either way, the shoe is covered in a shiny patent leather like we normally see on the Air Jordan 11, but this time it's a mix of black, gold, and white that is definitely going to catch the eye of anyone that sees them. I guess this is technically metallic gold and not just gold, and it sits comfortably right there on the toe box. You can see it around the ankle as well, and it even shows up on the tongue tag. If you actually have the gold top 3 pair, this is basically 2 right shoes, if that makes any sense. Look for these to release on February 16th for the usual $160. Nike ID has been pretty chill lately. I remember there was a time when people were going crazy to create their own pair, but the buzz has kind of died out a bit. With that being said, Nike just dropped the Kyrie 4 over on Nike ID, though the options are pretty slim at the moment. Color-wise, you do have like 10 options for the upper. There's some swoosh options, some midsole options. You can add speckles actually to the midsole. And then on the outsole, you actually have the XDR option for those that like to play their game outside. The XDR will definitely last longer on the outside courts than the regular one. And that doesn't look like Nike's upcharging for it either, so that's great. The regular Kyrie is $120, and the Nike ID will get you a $20 bump to $140, and as usual, expect those to arrive in 5 weeks. All right, Adidas is showing out for All-Star, and they have a ton of exclusive kicks that will be hitting their pop-up creative space, 747 Warehouse Street. Today, they announced that NERD will be performing at the space, but I expect that is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to get into the place, be sure to check the link down in my description for details on how to make that happen. Sneaker drops will include the 4Craft 4D, which I've been trying to get my hands on for the longest time, the Bape collaboration on the Dame 4, which I believe is coming in like 3 or 4 colorways. Dame actually walked as the staples today with the red pair in his hand, so you can check that out. The Harden Volume 2 will be dropping. There's some Ultra Boost and a few others as well. Now, in order to grab a pair, you actually have to be at the event on Saturday or Sunday, and they will be raffled off electronically based on your bracelet. Again, hit the link below for details on how to get in, and stay tuned because I think Adidas has a lot more coming. Okay, for today's question of the video, do you still get hyped about Nike ID, or is the brand creating dope enough colorways that you don't really focus on Nike ID anymore? Let me know your thoughts down below. As per I'm rocking today, it is the Nike Epic React Flyknit. I've been testing these out. I definitely have a review of these coming for you guys in the next couple of days, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I think I'm going to drop it this weekend. Very, very comfortable. I like these just for a quick update sort of review. Anyway, that being said, make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, and all of that good stuff, and make sure you stay tuned because I got some cool stuff coming for you guys in the next few days. As always, I'm Jacques Slade. This is Today in Sneaks, and I'll see you soon. Peace.